I'm creating this video as an offering of some activities that both help you ground and help you play. They're great for people that are creatively stuck, feeling blah, or people that are about to start a new project and just want to access more inspiration and not revert back to their old patterns. My name is Casey Lynn Martinez. As an artist and facilitator living at a time when we're asked to move fast, expend everything, feel digitally dependent, yet deeply disconnected, I'm searching for one simple question. How can art bring us home to ourselves, each other, and the world? This channel is a space for creative practices, stories, and life in the studio, made for people who want to bring more beauty, meaning, and intention into their everyday lives. Let's begin. So the first thing that I like to do in all of my workshops is start with guided breathing and a visualization that connects everyone in the room, which is pretty amazing. It also immediately connects us to our body. I want you to go ahead and get comfortable in your seat. Feel your sit bones down on your seat, just kind of oscillate and feel the different corners. Then I want you to feel your feet on the ground, just doing the same thing where you can feel different weight on your feet going back and forth, just really grounding and planting. And then I would love for you to let your eyelids get heavy. You can just stare low or off in the distance. If you have a candle lit, you could stare at a candle. Just heavy eyelids. You're also welcome to close your eyes. Okay. From this place, we are going to breathe together. We are going to inhale on 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, inhale 5, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 8, inhale 9, exhale 10. And I want you to feel into your body. Notice the energy you have today. Where is it located? What is the tone of that energy? Notice how you physically feel. Is there tension anywhere? And just bring some awareness to the places in your body that might need it a little bit extra today. And then from this place, I want you to locate the voice inside of you that can be a little bit harsh, that while it's trying to protect you, is highly critical, is at times rough, is incredibly judgmental. So you're going to access your inner critic. A color may come up, a shape may come up, a figure may come up. That critical voice inside of you that really does want the best for you, that's trying to protect you, that's trying to make sure you don't look like a fool, but oftentimes limits you, says you can't do something, says you'll be bad if you do something, says you'll be an imposter by doing that thing. I want you to access that voice and either actually within the visualization or metaphorically grab that hand of your inner critic and gently guide it outside of this room that you're in, this space that you're in. If you're in a building or home, go ahead and walk it down the hall. Walk with it gently. Guide it to the front door of where you're at. And then go ahead and let your inner critic know, thank you for all that you have given me and all that you have tried to give me. But in the space that I'm creating right now, your services just aren't really helpful. They're not needed. So I'd love for you to go take a walk. I'd love for you to grab some fresh air. And I'll come get you when I'm ready. And with that, you'll close the door and perhaps noticing a little bit more space, a little bit more lightness. You will walk down the hall again, back into the room or the space that you are in, and you'll come back into this seat and feel into this seat and feel into your feet and feel into your body one more time, and then gently open your eyes. And it's from this space, this more grounded, this more open space, that we're going to do the next activity, which is to play together. So what you'll need for this activity is a sheet of paper. Bigger is better, I think, for this. We want some room. This is just what I had available at my desk, so I just grabbed that really quickly. And then I want you to grab 5 things that you are going to draw with. They could be a mix of things. I just happen to grab markers, but if you have pastels, watercolor, whatever it is, just grab a mixture of things, a mixture of colors, and you'll need at least 5, but if you want to have more around you, that is absolutely welcome. And we're just going to open up and play from this grounded place. Okay, now that you have your sheet of paper, your art utensils, what I want you to do is I want you to start drawing lines. Lines any which way, back and forth, draw shapes, draw forms, doodle, just keep moving your arm, moving your hand as you're working on the paper. Great, so now I want you to, with the same pen, marker, whatever you're using, make it bigger. Drew bigger shapes, bigger lines, really feel the movement. Okay, excellent. Now I want you to grab another marker, different color, another utensil, and I want you to put it in your non-dominant hand. So if you were drawing in your right hand, I want you to move it to your left hand and begin to draw. See what happens, see how it feels. It might feel maybe a little more tension, a little bit more awkward, a little bit tighter, but just start moving and getting into some kind of flow with that non-dominant hand. Great. Now, I want you to grab another color, another utensil, and you're going to do geometric shapes. So think hard angles, think straight lines, squares, triangles, just nothing that is round, just sharp and straight. Look at your paper, add that to your paper in wherever you feel is the right spot for it, and just keep going. Now that you've done that, I want you to get your sheet of paper and flip it upside down. And I want you to look at it from this new perspective. Choose any color you want that's in front of you and just begin adding to it. Next, grab your a new tool now, and I want you to put the tool down on the piece of paper, close your eyes, and begin to make marks from those closed eyes. Just feel into it and see what comes. Actually, don't see, but just feel into it, and it will come through you. Okay, now look at your sheet of paper and look at it from different orientations. So, you turned it upside down before, now flip it to each side and just decide what is the right way to view this. What feels the most, what just feels correct to you, the most right way, the most soothing way, the most harmonious way. Which direction is that piece of paper? And then continue to add to it, and you have about a minute. and in order to find a completion point of this thing that you have created. Okay. What is phenomenal is when you are with a group of people and everyone shows what they've worked on. It is amazing how these same very simple guiding tasks that I've given you can lead people in such different directions. And you start to see people's really organic, natural, and intuitive way of making sense of the world, which is amazing. Your unique style. So go ahead and look at what you made, and also just know that this came from a place of deep experimentation. Like, your eyes were closed as you were making this. You were perhaps using tools that you wouldn't normally use. You were exploring shapes in different ways. What is amazing in a creative process is to be able to tap into that kind of freedom and lack of expectation, and just thinking to yourself, what is the very next step? That can be such a beautiful way of approaching any creative project that you do. I would say to you, as you're embarking on this creative project, whatever it may be, where you're looking not to force it, but to find creative flow. So, three things that'll help you do that. The first is looseness. Now, if you go back and think about how your hand was moving in that drawing activity, you could recognize a felt state of looseness and just trying things out, and your eyes are closed and you're just very loose, and trying that out with a non-dominant hand and contrasting it with that, which might have felt a bit tighter. And so whenever you feel, as you're working on something, a tightness, a shortness of breath, maybe your hand, you're like holding the pencil a little bit tight, just remind yourself, oh, this is about looseness. Oh, how could I just make a micro adjustment and find more of that looseness? So that's the first thing. The second thing is curiosity. So, again, in the drawing activity, what we did is I gave you what's the next step, and you made a decision, what your writing tool was, what direction of the page, what lines were, and you just went with it. And then I was like, okay, now here's the next step. And curiosity is just like that. All you need to know and try to figure out isn't the end product, but it is like, what is the very next step? What is lighting me up? Where is my interest guiding me? And by maintaining that state of curiosity, I think that you will end up in a really interesting place, perhaps. And some people in my workshops have said they end up in a place that they really like what they made, and they're super surprised by it. You are on a journey guided by curiosity. Your approach to that journey is also a looseness with it, a not forcing, not being strict with it. And the last thing that I would say is the posture that you have. So imagine that you are giving someone a gift. Just sink into what it feels like to give someone a gift. The posture of gift giving is incredibly open, right? It's extending out. What do you feel in your body? Where do you feel warmth? Where feels energized and kind of electricity with that? And if you imagine that you, by doing this act, are giving a gift, just revisit into that posture. And am I being open? And am I being able to pass along and to have something move through me, and it will be received on the other side? And it's just, you don't need to focus who's on the other side or any of that. It's mostly focusing on you as this vessel, as things moving through you. And if you can stay open and giving, what can come from that place? That's what I'm really interested in. I would love for you to share in the comments what you really enjoyed or what you would like to see more of, and that would give me inspiration and activities that I can design. If you're in the Orange County or San Diego area, I would love to host you in a workshop. So check out my website for more details on that. Great. Thanks so much.